Welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Bryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, other half of the Delco Duo. Saturday before an exciting next weekend. We are slowly...
Saturday before the Saturday.
It feels like forever to get to the big game.
Yeah, because, you know, we're rolling. It's like every week. And like, then
put on the brakes. I get it. They need some rest. They need to do the whole media tour, all the activities in New Orleans. But, like, I just wish it was tomorrow.
I know. But
we got to wait.
We need a little bit of time. Our station's doing a lot of planning. We've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So this is good. I like this time. I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. We've got a great show ahead.
Okay. So in case anybody's texting you at 11:30 on a Saturday night.
You never know. Do not disturb.
Let's head to the debrief. So we're like understated Eagles gear. Next episode will be different.
This is understated.
But it's just a t-shirt is what I'm saying. Like, I'm just wearing green. You just have on this interesting t-shirt.
What do you think this eagle sounds like?
Exactly how you just made it sound. Mean. I really am trying to think of how I would do an eagle impression. And nope.
That was a chicken.
That? What do eagles sound like?
I don't know, but
they're silent. They're silent predators.
To emanate an eagle that's in a canyon that just let out a scream that emanates through the entire, that vibrates through the entire canyon.
Because the eagle that they release at the link during the national anthem, that eagle does not make a sound. So
it doesn't, and it always looks so majestic. But there's always this one part where it kind of looks like it's struggling to get
looking for the meat. I was wondering the last game. Is it a pork chop? What do they give it? It literally looks like
meat
a raw
at the end of that.
Well, how do you think it lands? You think it just the handler has a piece of meat?
Oh, I just always thought the handler and the eagle had a special connection, and the eagle's always like, "Where are you at, friend?"
It is a wildlife. They are motivated by the most primate things, which is a slab of raw meat.
I know.
I'm sure they have a really special bond, but I do think that kind of encourages.
To be fair, I always think that eagle is probably terrified.
Oh.
The second it's released and there's that crowd of like 60,000, it's like, oh my God.
And we can't bring the eagle to New Orleans, even though we're technically the home team, which I found interesting for the Super Bowl. We're technically the home team, the Eagles. We got to choose the jerseys.
Why can't we bring
the midnight
eagle?
But
we're not.
I don't think you can bring your own mascot a live mascot to the Superdome.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs. What would they bring? I don't even know what the Chiefs mascot is. I think it's something really silly.
Is it Native American?
No.
Okay.
It's like I gotta find a picture of it. I'll pull up a picture of it on my phone. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the debrief. We have gone down a very long journey. Media. Tomorrow, they are hosting a pep rally for the Eagles on State Street at 3 p.m. And we're going.
Yes, we will be there.
We're excited about it.
Yes.
So there's the details.
Yes. I think a few things are popping up like this. There might have been one today. This wasn't necessarily Delco based. It was like Montgomery based. But here's the info for today, State Street, or tomorrow, State Street, February 2nd.
They've got like floats. The mummers are going to be there.
Two bands are going to be there from the mums.
So wearing your green and just really getting hype.
Yes.
So I'm looking, and I think that's kind of leading us in, like Sunday leads us into a really exciting week.
Yes. And the reason we're going to go there, I think we're going to try and turn this into a story. And our focus is going to be, we're going to ask the question, because we have to turn this into a story.
So come talk to us if you see us there. Please come talk to us on camera.
We got to work. What we want to focus on, and what I am interested in knowing is, it's annoying that we're going to this Super Bowl and playing the Chiefs again. I'm very irritated. I wanted to be playing the Bills. I don't want to be playing the Chiefs again. So how do you feel this is different? Like, why do you think this is different than 2023?
The only reason I'm okay with playing the Chiefs again and playing the Chiefs is because the rest of the country, if you're not a Kansas City fan, are cheering for the Eagles because everybody is tired of Patrick Mahomes raising that Lombardi trophy. Nobody wants to see it again. So I think that we have more support than we would if it was the Bills, because the Bills, of course, are beloved, much like the Eagles are. Their fans are crazy. So that's the only reason why I'm okay, because I think we've got the US of A on our side. minus Kansas City.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. That's the vibe. I also think, we do. We've got, like, right now the team is, like, really vibing. You know what I mean? Like, Saquon, AJ Brown, like, Jalen Hurts. I love them. I just love this team. Even the defense.
Fine team. A fine looking team.
Fine looking team. Thank you. I think we can say that.
We can. Very handsome. Okay.
Cooper DeJean. I love you.
DeJean. I love that. I love that DeJean has turned into DeJean in Philly.
What is it? What does Gilly call it?
DeJean. He's DeJean, but it's DeJean, like a John.
DeJean. Like,
yeah.
John.
Monica was crushing hard, and I had to be like, Monica, he's 15 years younger than you, so please.
I'm not, like, creepy crushing. I'm just like, he's a cute kid.
All right.
He's a cute kid.
Exactly. Let's get to our first issue for the Delco Duo. Of course, you submit them, and we solve them. This one is Carly from Clifton.
It might sound stupid, but I'm really at a loss for what to do. My best friend got the worst manicure ever. I'm not talking about bad color. I'm talking tips with clear polish and a slanted blue and silver glitter line. They are tragic. I know no one will ever tell her, but I don't think she could go out in public. I know the easy thing to do would be keep my mouth shut, but I don't want her to embarrass herself. Carly.
No, it is that serious. Nails are very serious to some people. Did you ask her how she felt about these nails? I would like to get the temperature on that first, because we've all gotten a manicure that we've hated. We've all left the nail salon not 100% happy. Maybe she realizes that they're terrible, but she, like me, my nails are not even done right now, but she, like me, will never say anything to a nail tech. I am way too shy and embarrassed to say that I don't like that. Can we start over? Yeah. Can we take it off? Like, I could have nail polish up my arm, and it looks great. Thank you.
One, because I find it rude to say something to the nail tech. And two, it's like getting your hair done. You have been sitting in that seat for hours. The last thing you're going to do is say, hey, I don't like it. Let's change it up. Like,
it's money.
It's
like,
money.
It's money, time.
They charge you again.
Time is money.
They charge you again for all of that. So,
right. If it was a poor decision design on your part, like, that's not, you said I wanted a blue glitter line. Now, if it's slanted, they might not be able to charge you, because that's you didn't do a good job. Like, if you didn't do a good job.
But sometimes it's a look. Nowadays,
I'm thinking it was meant to be like a French manicure, but like the line was like kind of.
No, I've seen these like artsy things on Instagram where like it's like this art decor nail. I mean, people go all out.
And your nails can last like up to 3 weeks.
Oh,
your nails can last a while if they're done good. So this could be an issue for a long time.
I would not bring anything up. I wouldn't bring it up. What are you gonna do? Let's change her mind and she's gonna go get them redone. If she wants to get them redone, she'll get them redone. All you're gonna do is make her self-conscious about something.
Even if you say like, oh, do you like your nails?
That's
always a backhanded compliment. Like, oh my God, do you like them? It's like, why?
Yes.
Why do you don't?
One time I got my hair done. I'll never forget this.
It wasn't me.
And I can't wait, because I know he watches. One of our photogs, Mulaney, goes, did you want it like that? That's how he said. He goes, did you want it like that? And I was like, I liked it. I was like, yeah.
And now you're thinking back,
Yeah.
and you're like, the good news is, Carly, it is winter. Tell her it's cold outside and to put on some gloves.
And also, it's just nails. Like, that's
just nails.
That's the least of your worries.
All right, coming up next on the Delco Duo, we've got another issue. Submit it, an anonymous issue, and it has to do with other people giving your kids candy.
All right, welcome back to the Delco Duo, finding out all the info during your break.
Yes, so I got the Kansas City Chiefs mascot, which turns out to be a wolf. So I don't know if we'll be able to see this, but we're going to try our best to show you a close-up of it. Let's see. It's a wolf. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's got on like these weird Hawaiian
Looks
pants.
like pajamas.
That's what you said. You're like, why is it wearing pajamas? Yeah, it's the KC Wolf. So there you go. You can't. So if we bring an eagle, they bring a wolf. That would.
Not even a wolf. Like, not even like a cool, intimidating wolf. Like, you could have like an intimidating wolf, but
I was trying to think to myself, like, what other professional teams like have an animal that they bring?
A lot. What? A lot of.
I know, but
mascots are-
like the Baltimore Ravens. Like, is there I think there's a Raven.
Yeah.
At the games. What other ones can you think of? Not college. Like, let's take out
the
college.
Colts. The Colts is or like the Broncos is like it's a.
And they have a live.
Live.
Obviously, I know that sports teams have animals. That's why
I thought you were talking like swoop.
No,
and I'm like, that's an
like
eagle.
how we have an eagle that flies during the national
my
anthem.
gosh.
How many other teams have a live version of their mascot?
I can't really think like NFL, but a lot of college teams.
That's why I said take college out of the mix.
College teams, they are always bringing real.
I think
real
like the
animals, like the
Jaguars
Longhorns.
had something in a cage for a little while, then people were like upset. Obviously, like animal rights, of course.
Not
we love
now.
our animals, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be a
NFL,
question that I would be curious about. The Miami Dolphins certainly don't have a dolphin.
We just brought like a big pool. It was like.
Look,
There's that dolphin.
SeaWorld's been canceled like more than enough
Jenna
times.
demands a dolphin.
I really don't. I'm just trying to think of like other
I'm dying.
teams.
I actually brought a dolphin.
The Bengals, they don't have a Bengal, I don't think.
I don't even know if those things really exist.
That will be more research during the commercial break about
Like, do
whether
NFL teams ever bring like a live animal,
Right,
or are
like-
the Eagles the only really cool team?
I really don't think they're the only one. I've been to a Ravens game, and I think we have two
know
people
what?
in there. Izzy and Shane, you guys are in
Certainly
Baltimore.
not the Buffalo Bills. You know who? The Patriots. They bring those animals, those real Patriot animals. Huh? Get it? Patriots. They're animals.
Oh, like the people?
Yeah. 'cause
Okay.
They're animals.
Not a good joke.
They're animals.
But Izzy told me that she doesn't think there's no live Raven, so I might have just made that up. This is the Delco Duo. You take everything we say with a grain of salt, and then you Google it later.
Yep.
Let's get to issue number 2. This is Rich from Rose Valley.
Okay. PSA to my children's family and friends. Stop giving my children candy. I love you dearly, but I swear to swear to God.
Don't swear to G.
I'm going to scream if I come home to one more thing in this kitchen. I recently threw away candy from Easter that I hadn't touched and an entire Halloween bucket that's lived on our counter for months. So for Valentine's Day, if you give them candy, just be warned it's going to the trash men. Also, we would be willing to take money in exchange.
It's a very passionate issue. Our Halloween candy lasted less than a month. And that was more because of Tate, my husband, and I. So,
Just picking at it.
oh my gosh.
we still
were
have
eating
Halloween
it.
candy.
Well, I guess
And I pick at it.
we didn't really get that much, of course, because Cruz at the time was little. So your kids had like so many events that I'm sure as he gets older, it'll pile up.
Yeah.
But candy doesn't last very long in my house. So I definitely don't have this issue.
Yeah, we always have it. I think it's about self-restraint. Like, and you being able to tell your children they need to self-restrain. They cannot go in and put their hand in the candy jar whenever they want to. And that's what I tell my kids. You have to ask when you want a piece of candy.
I think
And
Rich's
so we have as
issue-
big of a thing of candy. It's always full. And when the kids go in and get their own piece of candy is when I tell them they can.
The issue, I think, is the overwhelming amount of candy, I guess, that they've accumulated from family and friends. I think they mean well. Like, those are holidays you get candy. Easter, Halloween, Valentine's Day, like chocolate and Valentine's Day are one and the same.
Sometimes that's how people feel like they connect with your kids. And that's just how, like, I
And
know
it's
like
on-
grandparents.
you can
that's-
receive the candy,
Yeah.
but it's you as a parent, as you said, to be the one
Yes.
that's monitoring it.
And that's what a parent's job is. And I'm sorry you feel like the bad guy, but that you either you throw it away or that's just the control I have over my kids and their candy intake. I feel like I have a good control over it. If I see my kids' hand go in that candy jar without me telling them they can,
They're in trouble.
they're in trouble.
Yeah,
you
Cruz
cannot go in
recently-
without my approval.
Learned what a teat. I want a teat.
Oh.
What a treat is.
Yeah.
So he asks for it every meal of the day. Breakfast, after he's done eating breakfast, I want a teat.
Yeah.
So, because we're like, after certain dinners, if he eats really well, we're trying to teach him, like, this is a reward because you ate your dinner.
But there are
But
so many
It's
instances
hard because
in
he
life.
wants it all the time now.
Right, like now that we've been like potty training and now that we have been, good dinners.
Use the
There's
candy.
use the candy.
You don't have to buy
as a
any of
way-
it. Just
yes.
candy, it takes a really long time to go bad.
Yes.
Don't give it to the trash men. Although trash men, I'm sure they would love it. They're like, I love this issue.
Yes.
Please give us the candy. Just have a
it-
stockpile.
Yeah, store it up in the
Or
top of
you
your
give it
closet.
away next Halloween. As long as it's not bad.
Just store it. There's always a reason that you'll need it. Like, hey, good job. You got an A on this. Here's a piece of candy.
Yeah.
It's always a great way to bribe.
Yeah, that's intense. Money for that's a whole other part. They'll take money for an exchange. Nah. All right, coming up on the Delco Duo, Monica and I have one of our own issues to bring. So
It is Super Bowl related.
okay, clearly it's Monica's issue. Stay tuned.
Googled it.
We did.
A few NFL teams have somewhat of a live mascot.
Baltimore Ravens do have Ravens.
They used to call Poe is one of them for Edgar Allan Poe.
Yep, makes sense. The Denver Broncos,
They do have a Bronco. That makes
Eagles,
sense
of course,
in Colorado, they have a lot of horses.
and the Seahawks. We were saying a lot of birds. Birds are easy. People don't get mad about birds.
Yes.
So
Yep, there you
interesting. All right.
go. Let's get to an issue.
What's Monica crying about?
So I have found that through this whole Super Bowl run that I am in good company, that there's an elite few, maybe I would say women or people that that are up against it with our spouses. So there's a group of people that are Eagles fans, more specifically Penn Staters that are Eagles fans that are married to Giants fans.
Okay.
And now these Giants fans that we are married to are really butthurt over the whole Saquon thing.
Of course.
And they are having the hardest time being happy for us as they watch Saquon. And I do not like to say that Saquon is taking us to the Super Bowl because that whole team is amazing. That whole team is so
But
good.
he certainly is.
He's
helping the cause.
He is helping the cause. And the Giants couldn't do it for him. And the
And
Eagles,
he was there. He gave it a shot.
Yeah,
He was there for a while.
he was carrying them on.
Well,
his
that's
back.
what I asked my husband. I was like, why wasn't he able to do this with the Giants? And he said because he didn't have the offense
Support.
like he
Yep.
does with
Exactly.
the Eagles.
That's what I'm saying. So the Eagles, it's the wave they're all riding. So anyway, so my husband, it's just so interesting because again, in 2018 when we won the Super Bowl, we were here in Philly. And I just remember being here with my husband and him just being so excited for the Eagles, which was weird because he was a Giants fan, but he also hated the Patriots. Hated the Patriots.
Something everyone can agree on.
Yes. So
It's like if you're playing Dallas or something. Everyone can agree.
Exactly. He hated the Patriots. And I remember just like when we won, this like feeling of just jubilation like I have never felt. And I know every Eagles fan like felt that way. But
Went through birth with 2 kids.
oh, no.
Doesn't even compare to the jubilation
No, there was
of
nothing I can compare. Like even my wedding, like that whole like kiss the bride, I was like, oh, that was so cute. But like this feeling of pure jubilation and like just hugging my friends and him and looking at him and like being on Broad with him was like the best feeling I've ever had. And I'm not feeling it this time with him. And I feel like it's because
Of Saquon.
And he's so freaking jealous
Yeah.
of this whole run.
absolutely, and that's absolutely it. You
Yeah.
don't have to feel that way.
And I'm
but
sad because I'm like, I want to enjoy this with you again. And
I
he's
think
just like, he
that
can't
that
get
will
behind it.
change on
Okay.
next Sunday. I think
Maybe.
that leading up to it, all
That, like-
Giants fans are going to be super irritated.
He was so quiet for like that 60-yard run that
In
we
the beginning?
Yeah, that with
Right off
the
the bat?
Commanders.
Yeah.
He was just sitting there.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective. The Giants are going to the Super Bowl, and their person that has led them outstandingly is Jason Kelsey or Jalen Hurts.
Oh.
So flip it around.
Yeah.
How do you feel watching someone that was beloved and you were hype about? I mean, your husband has Saquon's Giants jersey.
Yes.
How
loved
do you
him at
feel
Penn State.
about them?
Honest to God, it was like
I don't know. I feel as if I'm still happy for the person.
I know.
I'm still happy for the person.
But-
'Cause you love them.
But it's so funny because I saw like an Instagram and it's this wife like dancing and she's wearing an Eagles Penn State thing and she's like being a Penn State alum, Eagles fan with a Giants husband. And I'm like, oh my God, there's like a group of
Yeah.
us. I think there's a group of us. And And again, it's like all of a sudden I'm realizing, like, oh, no wonder there's just this kind of
I think it's
toughness about it, I guess.
Husband, his second team is the Eagles. He's first and foremost a fan of the Miami Dolphins, which has no relation other than loving Dan Marino.
Yeah.
I will agree with you, is happy for the Eagles, but the way he watches a Dolphins game versus the way he watches an Eagles game is vastly different. Eagles games, he's scrolling on his phone, he's laying back a little bit. He is locked in when the Dolphins are playing.
Yeah.
And like even getting our son dressed now for this next coming week, he's got a couple of spirit days at like activities that he does where they have to wear Eagles stuff.
Right.
I could just tell like it does pain him that, and I make it worse. I'm kind of like, oh, you know, maybe one day he can wear Dolphin stuff in February, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like I really just like twist the knife a little bit.
And I think that's also what it has to do. Like in 2018, like the Eagles won their first.
And now this is the third appearance.
We're like a dynasty now, and he's like,
love it.
Over.
We just got to win.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of legends, where was Vince Papale born? I didn't know this.
The movie. A little bit about it in the movie. All right. Where was Vince Papale born? And you're probably like, Philly?
That's what you would think because of the movie. But no.
But I thought.
He's from where my mama's from.
No
He's from Glen Olden. And the best part is February 9th, which
no way
is the Super Bowl.
You're kidding.
Saquon Barkley, Monica's crush, Cooper DeJean, Vince Papale. They all have birthdays. February 9th kind of produced legends. Legends.
Wait.
So,
I mean, a little bit of a different year.
Well, yeah, obviously. But it doesn't matter because Vince Papale can see an Eagles Super Bowl on his birthday, as well as Saquon Barkley, Cooper DeJean, and all the other legends that apparently were born on February 9th.
I can't believe what a date this is going to be.
Yeah.
February 9th, Destiny.
And so much of his story was in Delaware County because I do think the movie kind of is deceiving in the fact that it's like South Philly. You see like, it's like all Philly, obviously. But he was a bartender at Max's in Prospect Park.
No, I thought it was a bar in South Philly.
Substitute teacher at Innerbearer High School. So the movie kind of like really pushed Philly, but it has so many. He has so many Delco.
I need to go watch that movie again. Because
no, they do. They push South Philly a lot.
Did they not say South Philly, or did they say like?
They don't say Prospect Park. I don't believe. I have to go back and watch.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch.
I don't believe they say that anything.
Totally thought
Max is. He's a bartender in the movie. Clearly, obviously, that's a big part of the story. But
I think it would have confused like anybody else watching. They would have been like,
it's just easy to make it Philly.
Yeah.
So of course his story really started in Delaware County, and I would love to see a big win.
A Delco
Glen
Duo.
Olden. Maybe
Glen Olden.
I gotta think of the age difference with my mom. Maybe they would have like.
Your mom was 60 something.
My mom was 63.
63. He's 46. 1946.
Okay. All right. Delco Duo at phl17.com. That is the best way to get in touch with us.
And we will see you next Saturday before the actual Super Bowl. Thanks for tuning in.